Hello, friends, welcome to Simple Mechatronics. Today's make-at-home project is compact, versatile, stunning power box, having many features, required by an electronics hobbyist. The main features of stunning power box are shown, one by one. The inside battery, independent of mains, is useful to get 5 volts DC power supply. The quick tester, having 4 pins are very useful to test the following. Diodes. Continuity of any wires, and jumper wires. Any LEDs, especially IR LEDs, using forward and reverse bias. IR sensor LEDs, using any IR remote. When turned back, the battery output is directly available. If the mains supply is connected, 909 volts AC output of transformer is available, along with DC output. On the front side, variable DC output is available, about 1 to 11 volts. Any Arduino board may be powered through the USB port. Or setting the output voltage and using DC jack. Or using internal battery, directly. You may charge your cell phone, in emergency, through USB port. Read the charging voltage on lithium cell. Set output to charging voltage. Then, connect the cell to the output terminals. Now, the cell gets charging, in constant voltage method. The voltage of the cell, under charging, increases slowly. This method of charging process is slow, but safe. The white LED indicator, may be used as torch, in emergency. Using small reflector, for LED, increases brightness. The DC output jack may be used for solar input also. At that time, the mains should not be used. Now, connecting solar power. The maximum variable DC output depends on the solar voltage at that moment. It charges the backup battery automatically. Now, steps for making the stunning power box from scratch. Initially, select suitable PCB and required output connectors. A 3-wired digital voltmeter is used for variable DC output. These are 5 volts output and variable DC output connectors. These connectors are for 12 volts DC and 8 volts DC output. You may use different DC jacks as per convenience. Now, plan the position of LM317 for battery charging. 7805 for 5 volts regulated DC output. Another LM317 for variable DC power supply. This is 5 volts power supply circuit using 7805 IC. The input to this circuit is temporarily connected to onboard DC jack. Now test the output for 5 volts DC. Also test the output and polarity at USB port. Then, position both the LM317 ICs along with heat sinks. This is the final circuit on the PCB, 5 volts output, variable output. And the related circuits. This is the AC to DC rectifier and filter circuit. This is the battery charger circuit and battery connector. This is the 3-pin connector for digital voltmeter. This is the trim pot for LM317 output voltage adjustment, used for battery charging. This is the full circuit diagram of stunning power box. The features and related circuits are shown for easy understanding. The various types of power supply outputs in a small and single box is convenient and useful to electronics hobbyists. Press like button and subscribe for more projects in future. Now, assemble all the components as per the circuit diagram. Switch on the mains supply. Check for mains supply leakage using a tester before touching any component. Set the multimeter in voltage mode. Then, connect the black probe of the multimeter to ground line of the circuit. Check the variable DC output on multimeter by turning potentiometer shaft. Now, connect the 3-pin digital voltmeter on the PCB in its slot. Then, test it. For charging the battery, adjust the trim pot to get the required charging voltage at battery connector. To accommodate all the components, use proper cabinet and make required openings and holes. Otherwise, make your own cabinet which can accommodate the transformer, the PCB, the battery, and other components comfortably. Initially, plan the positions of the transformer and the PCB in the cabinet using required supports. Then, fix the transformer, preferably in the bottom, to have better stability. Make the output wires and input wires as two separate groups. Then, fix the PCB in the cabinet using fasteners through the holes provided on the PCB. Now, make back panel using a high lam or foam sheet which can accommodate DC jacks, AC mains input, and AC output connectors. Then, make required wiring for simplification. Connect 909 volts output from transformer to connector on back panel. Make required wiring for DC jacks also. Now, close the back panel carefully, without damaging any wiring. Use small brackets and screws to keep the back panel intact. Now, the back panel is ready. Then, fix the PCB and plan for the battery position. Now, connect mains supply. Connect digital voltmeter, switched potentiometer, and other components on PCB. When mains supply is switched on, the digital display shows voltage and power indicator glows inside the cabinet. Test 5 volts output from mains without connecting the battery. Then, test variable voltage output using potentiometer. Once all are working properly, then make front panel using high lam or foam sheet. Make required holes and openings for switch voltmeter output connectors and potentiometer. Fix the components on the front panel and make necessary wiring. Then, fix the switch and digital voltmeter. Close the front panel using fasteners. Now, the stunning power box is ready to use. This is very useful gadget for all electronics hobbyists. The multiple features and uses are demonstrated at the starting of the video. Thanks for watching the video. More explanation and circuits are available at Simple Mechatronics website. Links for other projects are available at description below. Bye friends, see you in the next video.